Fort Hood shooter, Major Nadal Hassan. He's released 7 pages, both typed and handwritten, to Fox News, and he renounces his U.S. citizenship and also abandons his military oath. And why is that important? Well, that's important because all during this episode, the Defense Department has attempted to deal with this as workplace violence. That may not make sense anymore, and I'd like to get to the bottom of this. So I brought in, and I've asked him to join us, and he's here with us on the phone, New York State Senator Lee Zeldin. He's a former U.S. Army intelligence officer and federal prosecutor. Lee, welcome. Thanks so much for being with us.
Yeah, it's great to be back. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Lee, this seems to be a game changer. Walk me through it.
Well, this has been a fascinating case to watch. Major Hassan, it wasn't that long ago that he elected to become his own counsel. He is someone who mentally was competent enough to stand trial, but certainly without the expertise to be his own defense, his own counsel. And leading to the situation, when this trial starts, he's going to be cross-examining all of those witnesses, firsthand victims of those from that day, and they're going to be facing that traumatizing experience of being cross-examined by the person who shot them and their peers. So, fast forward to now, this is just this is a new development of this fascinating case where, the protections that have been afforded Major Hassan as a U.S. citizen, as a commissioned officer who's taken an oath. Now we get a further development, and there's a fear, I think, of mine and probably others, that this can derail a case that is on pace for a trial to start, hopefully for a conviction to be obtained, and hopefully the ultimate the capital punishment is waiting for him as a sentence. So I actually hope that the theories of the prosecutors and the current court martial that Major Hassan is facing, I hope that nothing changes.
Okay.
Because I want this guy convicted, I want him sentenced, and I don't want any type of a crazy letter sent to Fox News just before the start of the trial to derail it.
Now, couldn't, from what I understand from a legal aspect, and you're a former federal prosecutor, so help me out to understand this. Could the president accept, and perhaps a decree, could he accept that he renounces his citizenship and change all this? And in fact, because one of the horrific parts of this whole case that's really disturbed a lot of people reading it and watching it over the last period of time is the fact that there were the fallen victims, soldiers, denied Purple Hearts, denied benefits to their families. Could that change any of this?
Well, I'm of the belief that anyone who wants to renounce their U.S. citizenship should be afforded that. Anyone who does not want to be a U.S. citizen should not be a U.S. citizen. Anyone who does not want to be an officer in the United States Army should not be given the privilege of serving as an officer or enlisted in the United States military. So I believe that he and anyone else who wants to renounce their U.S. citizenship should be given every opportunity to do it. What I wouldn't want to have happen is for this trial, which is on pace to go forward, and I'm quite confident with the evidence that's out there, the fact that there's obviously no doubt that he did it, that this man is going to be convicted, and he's going to receive a very severe sentence. So I really hope that.
Are we talking about the death penalty here?
I sure hope so.
Okay.
Sure hope so. It's I personally I'm a supporter of it, and what better case can you use as an example than someone like this who's has caused great harm to our brave men and women in uniform.
One of the most outrageous aspects of this case is the fact that U.S. taxpayers are paying this guy's salary, and the figure I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, I heard $300,000 so far since this tragic event.
There are. Yes, it's accurate. He's continuing to get paid, and I'm hoping that the extent of this, that we're reaching the end. I really hope that we're getting to this point right now that this man, who's probably getting paid as a major in the United States Army, if he does not want to be a major in the United States Army, maybe we can save some money there with your specific question.
I believe printed on some of the documents is the symbolism SOA, which I believe stands for Soldier of Allah. It seems there's deep hatred in this man's heart, and I hope this comes out the way you expect.
Well, yeah, and we really don't want anyone in the United States military who is going to be using the acronym SOA to identify themselves, their philosophy, their spirit of service. That is not the type of person that we want defending our freedoms and liberties in uniform.
All right, Lee, thank you so much for being with us. It's tragic, and we appreciate the insight.
Yeah, thank you.
That was, of course, Lee Zeldin. He's a former U.S. Army intelligence officer and federal prosecutor. He's also a New York State senator. It's obviously a tragic series of events, and this is a blockbusting news that really hit the wires late last night. I heard it. He apparently sent a letter and a series of documents to Fox News. He renounces his citizenship, and I agree with Lee. Let him renounce his citizenship. Let's stop paying this guy, and let's give the Purple Hearts to the people, the victims that obviously